Hey, Lexi here, and I have a very recent story time for you from less than a month ago. It happened in 2020, so you know this probably didn't go well for anyone. One person no one should ever try to scam is someone unemployed, because we have enough free time to do something about it. I recently got an email about a potential job. It looked perfect. It was a 2D animation job for a video game company that had a really good reputation. The pay was great, the benefits were just as good, and frankly at this point I've been applying to anything I'm qualified for anyway, so I went for it. In the email there was only one weird thing about it. Instead of asking me to schedule an interview time to call, it just said to download an app I've never heard of before and to contact the hiring manager through the app. And I did. Like I said, I've been applying to a lot of jobs. Nothing was too weird anymore. I contacted the guy on the app, and he asked if I could do an interview with him on the app, yes, as DMs, the next day at 8 a.m. Things would only go downhill from there. Next day, I started my instant message job interview, and it was weird. But I kept telling myself, you want this job. It's a good job. I'm sure this is normal. I think my best friend Sandra had an interview like this once. I asked her about it later. Turns out that was a scam too. I wish I had the idea to screen record this conversation. I wish I could pinpoint the exact moment I started to go, huh, that ain't right. Was it the moment I realized the person I was interviewing with was talking about things as if I already got the job? Maybe. I'm certainly not that lucky or that in demand to land a job on the spot like that. What's worse is I remember questioning myself, like, it could be true, be happy. When, no, my gut was right. My friend Sandra always likes to joke that I'm a little bit psychic, but I never trust it when it happens. Was it around the time he said he was going to send me a check to buy a new work laptop, but he claimed he needed to know the name of my bank? Absolutely. That's not normal. You don't need to know my bank to send me a check. At this point, I stopped just answering his questions and started asking a few of my own. The one that tripped him up was when I asked him if I can connect with his LinkedIn. Again, this was all an IM, but he was obviously spooked by that. He told me I only give my LinkedIn out to my employees. So I said, but didn't you just hire me? After a long silence, I left my computer. By the time I came back, the guy had blocked me. Nice. On the one hand, I didn't give him any information that he would find useful. Just some work stories from my most recent job, and what art programs I use. I truly hope I bored him. I gave some very long-winded answers when I thought this was a real interview. On the one hand, I got tricked into wasting hours of my time, and got my hopes up for a job that never existed. I wasn't about to let that go. Or worse, to more people in my exact position. What's the worst kind of unemployed person to scam? Someone who works in a creative field, and I was about to get creative. As an artist and writer, I have a lot of original characters, and I thought of one in particular who would have a lot of fun with a fake interview. Game on. I assigned myself a creative writing assignment. My character was going to go to an interview for that fake job, and I was going to waste as much of this guy's time as I could. I figured the longer I kept him talking to me, the longer you couldn't do this to anyone else.
Hi, Stefano. I got an email the other day about a job that I'm really interested in. The email said to talk to you here. When can we schedule an interview?
I am available now. How's your day going?
My day is going really well. How about you?
Nice to meet you. Are you available now to chat with me for the interview?
Sure, right now is perfect. So, where do we start? Where do we start? Sorry, typo.
What is your full name? How long have you been working in this field? Where are you currently located and why should we hire you?
My full name is Bellatrix Turtsy, but everybody calls me Bex. I've been working in this field for maybe like a year now, semi-officially. I'm currently located in upstate New York, but I'm 100% willing to move to California for this job. And you should hire me because I'm super creative and inventive and motivated.
Good. When did you first realize you wanted to work in this industry? What third-party and proprietary tools do you use on a daily basis?
I've wanted to work in this industry for almost my whole life. Probably all of it, actually. And I use all kinds of third-party and proprietary tools. I use Microsoft Word, but I like Google stuff better. I use the Google Docs, Google Sheets. I also use Paint, which does a lot more than you think. And a lot of other programs I picked up in college, they'll be very relevant to this job.
Good. Tell us a little about yourself. Give me an example of when you thought outside of the box. How did it help your employer? And provide a time when you dealt calmly and effectively with a high-stress situation?
Okay, well, I'm a Leo, I love tech stuff, and I'm always full of energy. I'm always thinking outside the box. One time I solved a really big problem for a friend of mine by learning how to create an undo button for what they did. No one ever thought that would work, but it was very effective after a few tries. It helped an entire team, not just my employer actually. I managed to stay calm during the entire thing, even though I had to keep coming up with all new ideas on the fly. Even when things seemed like they were going wrong, I stayed relaxed. I just kept trying until it worked. Also, it helped that I talked to my friend about it. Communication really saved things. It was very high stress, but it worked out in the end.
Sounds good. Duties may include creating environmental background in gaming consoles, clearly communicates updates and properly escalate concerns to the appropriate team. Conceptual designs, develop pipelines, technical parameters, and production goals. Can you handle these duties if hired and trained?
Well, I'm not sure how to escalate concerns to the appropriate team. Would that be part of the training? What technical parameters do you have in mind here? I'm very curious.
Yes, that's a part of it.
Ooh, okay, that's a relief. And the part about technical parameters?
Yes, we will cover all that during the training and let you know all you need to get started.
Oh, okay, that sounds good. Where would I do all this training?
We will pay you $63 per hour with paid time off, vision and dental benefits and opportunity for advancement with us. You will receive your pay via direct deposit or check bi-weekly. Taxes are taken out of your pay as you will be an employee. Working days are Monday, Fridays. You can do some weekends and you will work remotely.
How much paid time off exactly? I would definitely want to be direct deposit. Checks are a waste of paper and I totally forget about those anyway. I for sure can't do weekends though. Is that a problem? Also, is the $63 per hour negotiable? Hello? Is now still a good time?
Okay, that's fine. No weekend is totally fine. Yes, the $63 per hour is negotiable. Has the check processed?
What check?
Sorry, that wasn't for you. I am multitasking.
Oh, okay, no problemo.
You need to have these items to begin work. Maya and Autodesk Mudbox Houdini software, programs ZBrush software SafeScan TA 8020 Employee Time Clock System MacBook Pro 14-inch 2018 spec. The company will provide you with a startup check this week to enable you buy the above materials along with a new MacBook for work. The software will be installed on the computer and they will come along with your employment paperwork, an ID card.
But I don't know how to use any of those programs. Also, I don't think a MacBook has a 14-inch. I thought they only had 13 or 16 around that size. Which one of those do I get? Oh, okay, but I don't really like checks. Can you pay me a different way for that? When do I get my ID card? Hello? Waves.
We will train you on how to use it. The 16.
Oh wow, you'll train me for all of that? I would think you want someone who already knows how to do all of that. Okay, the 16 is good. That'll cost extra though. I expect I'll be covered in the money you'll send me. Looks like at Best Buy, the 16-inch is $1,100 more than the 13-inch. Wow, you seem really busy. I don't understand. Did I fail the interview? Did I not get the job? I didn't think an interviewer would ghost me. Breaking heart emoji. Fine, block me. I see how it is. You obviously have no faith in my anyway. Me. I meant me. Stupid typos.
Meanwhile, I got to work doing everything I could to get the scammer caught. I jumped onto a group chat with my former art college classmates, warning them about the email because everyone else from my class would also have very high risk of getting hit with this scam too. I reported the scam to the FTC and filled out the form with all of the details from the email. Plus, the lovely second conversation Bex was having gave me the exact script he used on me the first time. I even sent a message to the company the scam was pretending to be, so they'd know about this specific scam going around. Unfortunately, scammers like this rarely get caught, but at least I wanted to be the biggest thorn in this guy's side, if that's the most I could do, and I think I accomplished that. If you like that story, subscribe and ring the notification bell, so you never miss one of my videos. I post as often as I can, but it takes a while to make these kind of videos myself, so every upload is going to be a surprise for both of us. You can also follow me and my antics on Twitter and Instagram, if you want to hear from me more often. Until then, only scam the scammers, be nice to others, and always be creating. Bye guys.